This video is on limiting in databases. This is supplemental instruction to Module 2, Advanced Search Strategies. When you're limiting within the databases, there are three main types of limiting that you want to do: peer review limiting, full text limiting, and date range limiting. I'll be showing you two of the vendors that we use here at Athens State. The first vendor will be EBSCOhost, and the second vendor will be ProQuest. In EBSCOhost, once you do a research and you get a results, this is what the results screen looks like. Notice up here you have searches of 70,000, so then they would be listed down this column. On the left side of that, you have your section that lets you limit and choose what you want to use. So the first limiter that you need to be aware of is this. Right here it says limiters and full text is already on. So this is already limited to the full text materials. To take that off, what you would do is click this X right here, and that's going to take off the limiters that you have set in there. In order to actually set them, if they weren't already set, then what you do is you go here into this section. In this section, you'll notice full text is already checkmarked, and then scholarly peer reviewed is right here, and you would check this box. Checking that box then limits you down to journal articles. Journal articles, scholarly articles, research type articles that are going to be important for you to be able to use. The third type of limiting that you want to do is through the date range, and that's this box down here. So with this box, you have two options. You can use the slide rule and slide it this direction to make your date range go higher or lower, or you can actually type a date number right in here, just the year, and that's going to then go ahead and limit those materials. With limiting, what you're doing, of course, is you're taking that 70,000 and you're making it smaller. There's something else you need to be aware of. It's this Show More link right here. When you click that Show More link, it's going to open a pop-up box. And what that pop-up box looks like is this one. And so again, you're going to have the same three limiters on there already. That's the full text limiter, which is right here, plus the scholarly peer reviewed, which is right beneath it. And then of course the date range, which is going to be in here. Now on this one, you have the ability to identify a month so that you can limit further down to month and year, which may be helpful for some of you. You would press the search button and then it would rerun the search and bring up another list of articles. The other database we're going to be talking about is ProQuest. And with ProQuest, this is what a search results screen looks like. Okay, so up here, these are all the results that you have that are going forward. Now notice full text PDF is right here, abstract and details are there. So what you'll notice is that right up here in the limit to section, you have full text and peer reviewed. At the moment, neither of them are identified, so they are ready to be limited to those. So they haven't been limited yet. And so you would click on this and then it would rerun the search. Then you would click on this and it would rerun the search. So it's going to continue to rerun the search after each limitation is put on. The other thing to be aware of is the source type. If you're going to use a source type limitation, make sure you use the scholarly journals one. You don't want trade journals, you don't want magazines. You want to use those scholarly journals. Okay, and then of course the date range is the very bottom section down here. Like the slide rule, this is how that works. You slide this direction. There isn't actually a date option unless you go here and do a pop-up, and then you can actually enter a specific date range. I find that it's just as easy to do the slide rule on ProQuest than it is to actually identify a date range. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me, give me a phone call, or put a question up in the discussion board.